Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the grand finale. We're going for ending 5 out of 5. Steins Gate 0. It's been a long week. A lot of ups and downs, twists and turns, shocks, surprises, everything in between, but we're here. We've made it. We're in the end game. Like I was saying last night, whatever happens, happens now. There is no going back. We reach Steins Gate? We'll have to find out. But I'm hoping they can stick the landing. Everything about this game has been phenomenal. Steins Gate in general, freaking immaculate. Like as close to perfection for a sci-fi romance story as possible. I honestly can't think of anything that even begins to touch it. Yeah, this might be a short stream. I don't know how much left I have of this final ending. Maybe a few hours, maybe more than a few hours, 2 to 4. There's some dialogue that I've already read. I'm going to skip over it because I've already read it. So I realized that last night. Death Below's a viewer educated me. So I'm going to save myself some, save my voice. Because reading this almost every night for a full week has been killer, even with breaks. And Lord knows I'm gonna need a break when I come back to streaming other games where I'm not talking as much. But yeah. I'm excited, so let's just find out what happens. Go on in. Today, on Valentine's Day of all days, 2021, we finished Steins Gate 0. 100% playthrough. El Sai Congro. Did it not save? Oh wow, did it not save? Alright, we're gonna have to do some speed reading. Hey Absent Cell. Ooh. Welcome to the stream. Oh wait. No, wait. Alright. Should have saved. Really hope it saved. Wow, I don't want to go back and do... Unfortunately... Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go with this one. Let's load it. But how you doing, Absent Cell? Let's see. Nope. Looks like I've seen this already. Okay. Wow, okay, so that means we gotta get back. This is totally not where we left off. Yeah, definitely not where we left off. Okay, hold on. I know what to do. Alright, we're gonna skip a lot of stuff, but we'll make it. So, you're gonna see some booty, Absent Cell. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna see the booty. You're gonna see two booties, in fact. Because Steins Gate. Okay. I don't know why I didn't save. All right. Ignore this, ignore this. All right. So if we saw this last night, so we're not missing anything. Oh man, well, not good. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. All right. Skip one. All right, we're gonna have to go. I'm just mashing through the dialogue. There's about 2 hours of dialogue. Some of it we might be able to skip, some of it we might not be able to. Very unfortunate. I honestly don't know what happened. I distinctly remember saving too. I'm like, this seems like a good spot. I'm going to save. Okay. So, okay, well, I might as well just abridge what happened last night. So last night, we got like the worst ending possible. We found out Dr. Leskinen works for CERN, or Stratford. He pretty much brainwashed Maho. She tried to kill me. Mayuri died. Suzuha disappeared. Hagari died. I think a lot of people died. Okabe gave up. He was like, you know what, this is too much. I'm out. I'm out. Can't do it anymore. Daru fled for his life. Daru became a fugitive. I think with Suzuha. World War III started. There was a whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff that happened. Oh yeah, and the time machine exploded. Or, I guess an Apache attack helicopter just like took it out. It was not fun. We didn't see the main battle, but we saw it from the ground, like the city streets, top of the radio building. There was a chopper, Russian commandos. You know, pretty standard stuff for time travel espionage affair. A lot of feelings were said. Maho expressed her, I don't think it's unrequited love, but very close to it. For Okabe, they had a moment. There was an awkward, two awkward bathtub scenes. So. Alright. But, yeah, so I'm ready. We're in the end game now, like I said. Whatever happens now happens. There's... There is no coming back. Alright. Oh, there we go. How did I do that? Oh, there we go. Okay. I knew there was a faster way to do this. Alright, this shouldn't take that long. Speed reading. The Flash. How do I take off skip? There we go. Okay. So again, you're not missing anything. Laptop got destroyed. There's the bathtub. There's the booty. You're welcome, Epson Cell. There's the waifus. It was the nightmare, false alarm. This is the moment, Kiryu. Alright. Just like that scene in Spaceballs. The hell am I looking at? Now, sir. Everything that's happening now is happening now. This is too soon. Find them. Prepare to fast forward. Fast forwarding, sir. Fast forward. Alright. Presage or recognize. Okay, so I honestly don't know what happened. I'm about to condense 2 hours into like 10 minutes probably. Maybe a little less. Right. I don't think I'm gonna miss anything. Making a sign from the family. I gave her the Upa, which is the Upa she gives to Kagari in the future when she comes back and leaves for Suzuha. And I can't skip this, right? Even though technically I've read it already. Okay. Super speed up time, go. Do 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 do. This is gonna be edited out. Right. Let's see. Oh, being on ad channel, talking to Kurisu. Destroys the IBM 5100. She gets stranded in 1998. Maho is pretty much brain dead. They're trying to work on a time machine. My dogs be yelling. All right. So this is about where we left off, which is perfect actually. Okay. Alright, the attack. There you go, up himself, get some side boob, some booty. Alright, Daru gets attacked. Suzuha. Alright. Cool. We made it. This is where I left off. Not too shabby. So it says, when July came, the sun shone down even harder on eastern Japan. Summer was truly here. The news had been saying for days that the heat island effect might make this the hottest summer in years. You know what? I want to... Okay. Clearly says quick save. I saved. This is proof. This is proof. And then on the first Sunday in July, the arrivals lobby at the international terminal of Narita Airport was filled with foreigners and Japanese passengers returning home. Look at all these people. I think there's more now than there were a minute ago. I didn't expect the airport to be this busy on a Sunday, meow. Don't miss her. Mayuri, Ferris. You know how tiny she is. Oh, let's check the Rhine. There we go. Let's be nice to Luca. What I attempted to do. It's alright. I hope I see Maho before she leaves. I'll ask her how long she's staying and contact you later. Thank you. The three of us were waiting for someone here. We've been here almost an hour. Oh, gooding, I'm going to have to tell her. Meow said that. Please don't. It was just a joke. No sign of her, though. Maybe it was a mistake to try and surprise her by meeting at the airport, Nia. Could have at least asked what time she was arriving. Well, we hadn't told her that we were coming to greet her. So we all knew that she was arriving at Narita on an afternoon flight. If I'd known we were going to have to wait so long, I would have tried to get the arrival time out of her. There was a stream of passengers flowing by us. No sign of the person we were waiting for. Just as I was starting to wonder if we'd missed her because she was so small, she finally appeared. Or more precisely, I saw a giant travel suitcase rolling all by itself from the gate. And behind it I heard a voice I recognized. Christ! I did not fake my passport. What's wrong with people? Every single time, no matter what country I go to, they always have to check it and it always takes forever. I walked up to the suitcase and gave it a pat. Maho! Huh? Maho had been leaning forward and pushing the suitcase as hard as she could, her mouth hung open when she saw me. What? It's been a while. Thought you were able to make it past customs. You look really pale. You okay? Of course I'm okay. Wait, never mind that. What are you doing here? You told me you were arriving this afternoon, right? I decided to come surprise you. You did? Thanks. For some reason, her voice became really weird the moment she saw me. Is my being here really that much of a surprise? But you know, I told you I can get to Akebara Station on my own, and to meet me there. Come on. Come all this way. It's the least I could do. Also, I'm not sure you can really get to Akebara on your own. How rude. I'm not that helpless. Yuri and Ferris came up as well. Maho! Doo-doo-doo! Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo! Maho-nyan, I missed you! As Mayuri grabbed Maho's hand, Ferris walked up and gave her a big hug. Mayuri, Ferris, it's good to see you. Came all this way to welcome me? Thank you. By the way, can you not tell Maho-nyan at the top of your lungs in a place like this? Why not? Why not? It's cute. Look around. Everybody's laughing, right? It's embarrassing. Meow. Is it? Meow? Ferris really sticks out after all. While we've been waiting here, all the foreigners have been pointing at her and yelling, "Cat ears! Cat ears!" Somebody even asked for pictures. Maho, now take your luggage. Oh, thanks. Still, this was a really sudden trip, wasn't it? It was only a few days ago that I found out she was coming. You here to help Dr. Leskinen again? Oh, well... Maho was fidgeting and glancing up at me. Still talking to Dr. Leskinen very often? Yeah, he's still over here doing his research, right? Sometimes he invites me out to dinner. It's a big honor. I see. It's bad. Bad? Why? Oh, nothing. Nothing you have to worry about. Really was acting weird. It wasn't like this when I saw her last winter. Tired from her trip. Or was seeing us here that much of a surprise? I'm not here to help the professor this time. I'm visiting some relatives in Okinawa. since I'm here anyway, I decided to drop by Akihabara first. Let's see, Okinawa, huh? For a moment, the name of that place brought back visions of that nightmarish time. After I collapsed on Christmas, I was sent to another world line where I'd spent a month fleeing to Okinawa. Okinawa? That sounds so nice. I'd love to go there. You didn't go there on your school trip, yeah? We went to Hokkaido. I went to Hawaii, yeah? Wow, a foreign country? Aloha. Putting aside the girls and their talk of school trips. So Maho, you're not staying in Tokyo that long? Huh? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be, you're right. You have a hotel in Akihabara? Yeah? Not yet. I'm gonna go look for a cheap business hotel. Then come stay at my place. You can use the same room you used before, yeah? What? But I really couldn't. Aw, don't worry about it. I'm always happy to have you, yeah? I really couldn't. Then how about this, yeah? You can stay for free, but in exchange, you have to do just a little bit of work at my cafe, yeah? Your cafe? May Queen Yan. Right? Can't mean the place where they wear the cat ears. That's right, yeah. All my cat ears maids are busy with Kami Ma preparations right now, yeah. They come to me crying and asking for time off, yeah. In other words, there's a serious shortage of cat-eared maids, yeah? That's right, yeah. But how about it, Maho, yeah? How about it, yeah? I refuse. What? Yeah. Why? You know why. I wouldn't look good in those things. You sure would. Mayushi sure you'd look great. No objections, Nyan. Ogering, you think so too, right, Nyan? Yeah, I'm sure she'd get plenty of fans. Fans? I don't like being flattered. Not flattering you, though. Then you need to go to an optometrist to get your eyes checked. Nyan, Nyan, she turned all red. I did not. I think Maho Nyan needs to realize how attractive she is, Nyan. Yep, if Mayushi was a boy, she'd be in love. I'm telling you, that's not true. I think you should probably, I don't know how to say it, put a little more effort into your appearance, maybe? You did. I'm sure you'd look more... I was trying my best to sound encouraging, but just ended up sounding like a real jerk. Of course she was annoyed. I'm fine as I am. My job as a scientist is my first priority. But what if you find a guy you like, Nya? You won't be able to show him how you feel, Nya. I'm fine. I don't think that'll ever happen, so it doesn't worry me. Gave a sigh that was a little too deliberate. When I'm sorry... Yeah, I'm sorry. Jet lag and the trip got me a little tired. I know the feeling, Nya. Jet lag is rough, Nya. Got a limo ready, so you can catnap on the way, Nya. A limo? Paris had rented a white limo to pick up Maho. Sheesh. She really did go overboard. Thanks to that, Mayuri and I were able to enjoy its big comfy seats on the way to Narita Airport. You can rest on my lap if you want to, Nya. Or would you rather rest on Mayushi's lap, Nya? Mayushi's okay with that. I'm fine, I'm not a kid. I can tell you're really tired though. You that busy with work? Well, I've got 2 projects going on. 2 projects? You're working on something besides Amadeus? She quickly put her hand over her mouth. That's, well, it's classified information. I see. Sorry about that. It's true that American university labs had a lot of stuff like that going on there. I heard there was a lot of industrial spies. If she wasn't careful about what she said, she might get fired, or worse. But it was a mistake on my part to even ask. Come to think of it, where's Hashida today? Doing the most important job of his life right now. Most important job of his life? Tara's on a date right now. Maho's shock was almost comical. I must really be tired. I'm hearing things. No, I can understand why you'd feel that way, but he really is on a date. What? I can't believe it. You're kidding me. That pervert? Even Maho was calling him a pervert. Naru had said he was talking to Maho a lot too. I could just imagine what their conversations were like. But actually, Naru didn't do his best today. He would ruin the world's entire chain of causality. In that sense, Naru's date today was an event with universe-spanning implications. The implications. About half the seats at the Go-Go Curry were full. It was Sunday, but it was also after 2 p.m., and so the lunchtime rush was over. Suzuha was sitting at the restaurant's far edge, a baseball cap pulled down over her face. She was hiding her face with the cap and carefully watching a couple sitting nearby. There you are, your Major Curry. Let me see, can I skip this? A cheerful employee put down 2 giant silver plates, or trays more accurately, in front of them. Okay, I can't. It's the same as the other word line, but I'll read it. Suzuha could see the other customers looking at them and whispering. The couple really stood out after all. The man was a giant who looked like he ate Major Curry all the time. The woman was slim, pretty, and looked very kind. The combination of a huge man and slim woman was as unbalanced as the combination of pretty girl and Major Curry. Major Curry was big. It was huge. Suzuha knew from experience. The massive silver trays were loaded with rice and curry, topped with 2 fried cutlets, fried shrimp, sausage, a boiled egg, and a mountain of cabbage. There were 2 or 3 times as much curry as you'd find in a normal dish. The toppings were just as big. A growing young boy would find it hard to eat them all. Suzuha was irritated. Why are you ordering Major Curry on your first date with your dad? Beauty and the Beast couple that Suzuha was watching, of course, was Ataru and Yuki. In the morning they'd gone to see a movie at Irakucha, and they'd come to Akihabara and gone straight to Go-Go Curry. Suzuha followed them the whole time. That's why she couldn't believe Ataru's choice of date spots. I don't mind Go-Go Curry at all. In fact, I like it, but this is your first date. There are other places you could have gone. She clutched her spoon tight and gritted her teeth. Suzuha knew next to nothing about Japanese youth culture in 2011. She knew it was a bad idea. Who knew what was going on through Yuki's mind? So Suzuha thought. But wow, it's even more amazing than the pictures. Surprisingly, Yuki was ignoring the people around her and innocently enjoying the huge curry. Amaneshi, if you can't eat it all, I'll finish it for you, okay? Okay, thank you, but I'm actually pretty good at this. Yeah, that's a surprise. I actually would always just come and look at the menu outside. I always wanted to try this. Glad you brought me here. I'm glad to hear that. Suzuha evidently worried over nothing, but still she realized that Ataru was acting strangely. Ever since he'd come out of the movie theater, he was walking and talking strangely. Instead of his usual hunched posture, he was forcing himself to stand up straight. His every movement seemed oddly forced, as if we were a broken robot. And he downed glass after glass of water. Oh, I'm sorry, I may have some water too. Huh? Oh, sure. Thank you. Ataru poured water into Yuki's cup. Suzuha had a bad feeling. She was right. Ataru was moving so awkwardly that he almost spilled water on her hand. Yeah. Are you okay? My hand just got a little wet. Anyway, let's eat before it gets cold, okay? She quickly wiped down the table with her handkerchief. Kept her fork and spoon. There were stars in her eyes. Okay, let's eat. Let's eat. Yuki seemed to be really enjoying her meal, but Ataru was very formal and quiet. He was taking little nibbles out of a piece of fried cutlet like a squirrel eating a nut. The whole time they weren't saying a word. Doing, Dad? Mom's not gonna want to be around you if you're like that. She decided to send him a message in Ryan, telling him to get his act together. She'd just taken out her phone when... Here's your major curry with extra roux. Huge plate was laid on the table in front of her. The other customers started murmuring again. Come to think of it, when she'd followed them into the store, she'd ordered her usual major curry with extra roux and then forgotten about it. Now everybody was going to focus on her. In a small shop like this, it was suicide. Huh? Just as she expected, her eyes met Yuki's. Suzuha, I didn't realize you were here. Oh, yeah, what a coincidence seeing you here, Yuki, brother. You should have said something. No, I didn't even notice you, really. She realized that she should probably leave, but she couldn't go without at least taking a bite of the major curry in front of her. Her experiences in the war had left her completely unable to waste food. She felt Yuki and Ataru staring at her as she reluctantly picked up her spoon. Anyway, yeah, you two enjoy yourselves. Her only choice was to finish the extra large curry as soon as possible. She couldn't let herself be in the way. Instead, Yuki came over and picked up Suzuha's plate. Huh? Excuse me. Can my friend sit with us? Sure, go ahead. He says it's okay. Let's all eat together. Wait, why? Why? Because you ordered major curry too. I think we need to have a race. Huh? Ashita can be the judge. Before Suzuha could respond, Yuki had moved her plate over to their table. No, wait! She had no choice but to follow, but before she sat down, she whispered in Yuki's ear. We're on a date, right? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm on a date. It makes me blush when I say it out loud. Taro didn't react at all, even though she was sure he'd overheard that. I've never been on a date, so I don't know how they work, but... Is it normal to have a curry speed eating contest with another girl in the middle of a date? I don't really know. But you see it a lot in anime and manga, don't you? The little sister who doesn't want to lose her big brother runs up to her girlfriend and says, "Let's have a competition." For some reason, Yuki seemed incredibly enthused. Suzuha was overwhelmed by her energy. I don't know anything about that. Is that how it works, brother? Even when she turned to Ataru for help, he just awkwardly sat there, eating his curry like a robot. Brother? He awkwardly turned his head to face her. The rest of him stayed completely still. Say something? What's wrong? You're acting weird. I'm not acting weird. I'm not acting weird at all. Suzuha glanced back at Yuki. Sorry, hydration break? For the first time, Yuki looked concerned. In the end, Yuki and Suzuha did have their curry eating contest, and surprisingly, both of them completely finished their meals. Suzuha won by a very small margin, but the battle was exciting enough that not only the other customers, but the staff as well were applauding at the end. But the whole time, Ataru kept eating by himself. It wasn't even a conversation, let alone a date. She sent Ataru home alone. Part of her wanted to demand Ataru explain himself right now, but she decided to talk to Yuki instead. She tried her best to avoid Yuki so far, in order to keep her identity a secret. But it was July now. She'd be gone from this area very soon. This might be her last chance to talk to Yuki at all. Phew. I'm so glad you were there. He sighed a little after Ataru left. Maybe I did something to offend him? Ashita doesn't seem to enjoy being around me. I don't think he was just nervous? Having fun talking with me before the movie, you know? And after the movie, he started acting really strange. Did I do something wrong? I asked him to take me to the curry place, but since he was acting like that the whole time, I wasn't really sure what to do. So since you happened to be there, I turned to you for help. What had happened inside the theater? Suzuha hadn't followed them inside. She'd spent about 2 hours killing time outside. Hey. You like my brother? Huh? Huh? I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but he's not exactly a lady killer. What do you think about your brother? Me? You like him? Hate him? Like him, right? I can tell by watching you. Well, sure. Parts of him that she didn't like. But of course, she loved her dad. Wait, why are you talking about me? What about you? I still don't really know if I like him or not. I see. Not only had Ataru not told Yuki he liked her, this was still their first date. They hadn't spoken that much before either. She hadn't even reached the point where she saw him as a member of the opposite sex. For a year, Suzuha had stayed with them, and she, Mayuri, and Ferris had done everything they could to get the two of them together. There hadn't been any real progress. Suzuha felt uneasy when she thought about the future. Maybe her dad wouldn't be her dad anymore. Maybe her mom wouldn't be her mom anymore. Dad and mom wouldn't be together. She imagined that future. I don't want that. She looked straight into Yuki's eyes. I'm going to be leaving soon. What? Moving someplace far away. Really? I don't think I'll be back. Worried about my brother. Well, Yuki, I know this is a weird thing for me to ask. Then she bowed deeply. Please take care of Hashida Itaru. No answer from Yuki. Suzuha looked up, afraid, tried to gauge the expression on her face. Looked kinda lonely, kinda sad. I don't know what I want to do. Yuki whispered, and then Suzuha. Oh geez, what are we gonna do? Everything's almost finished, even though it's never even started. As soon as she got back to the lab, she yelled at her useless father. Suzuha, I'm sorry. Hashida family is doomed. Stop sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. This isn't funny. Start by explaining why you were acting the way you did today. You looked so excited when you left this morning. Mom said you were normal until halfway through the movie. Yeah, so what the hell happened? Well, you see, listen to this. You know how the movie theater seats are cramped, right? So I tried to sit as far to the edge as I could, so I wouldn't get in Amanashi's way. And I heard this crack and the seat almost broke. What? Then I tried to support myself, so I grabbed the armrest. But it wasn't the armrest, it was Amanashi's hand. Yeah? Mom didn't say anything about that. I'm telling the truth, it was so soft. It could have been an armrest. It was a girl's hand, it had to have been. I see. See, I've held a lot of 2D girls' hands, but never a real girl's. What happened then? Amanashi's so nice, I guess she didn't try to shake it off because she didn't want to hurt me. You know how fat I am, right? I sweat a lot. She must have gotten soaked, but she didn't say a word. And so I really started to think about that. Oh, I see. That's why you were acting so weird. There in her mind, Amanashi was going, "Get off me, you creepy loser pervert." Not like that. In fact, from the way she was acting, she probably thought she'd upset him somehow. The problem was what she said. I don't know what I want to do. What did she mean by that? I don't know what Mom's thinking. Suzuha, let's give up on Mom and you can live with me. You're not making any sense. How am I even supposed to be born? But it's impossible. How come you're not even trying? Even if things look bad, you have to keep going. Grabbed her father by the collar and shook him. You don't... I remembered how sad Yuki had looked when they said goodbye. Otherwise something awful will happen. Yeah. Then she heard a car park in front of the lab. We're here, yeah? She recognized the voice coming from below the open window. Oh, is that Ferris-Tan's voice? Suzuha let go of Ataru's collar and moved over to the window below. She saw a group of people she knew. Okabe Rentaro, Shina Mayuri, Ferris Nyan Nyan, and Maho too. Maho's here already? Why is she here with Uncle Okuri? Then she gave a start and turned back towards the room. Wait, this is bad. We haven't put it away. Huh? Suzuha pointed towards the desk in the development room where the phone wave named subject to change Unit O2 was setting. Oh, crap! Hide it! Okie dokie. Nothing else. This meant that Maho was going to the future gadget lab. She'd hoped that meant the work on the phone wave would get back on track. Vega and Altair. There was a small explosion in the room filled with smoke. What the hell? Ah! The window! Open the window! Okay, dokie. Maho crawled out of the living room. Taro rushed to open the window. She heard a man who was probably the building's owner yell up at them. Hey, Hashida, what was that sound? Are you making bombs up there? I'll call the cops. Sorry, the microwave blew up. Kataru poked his head out and apologized to the man below. It took a minute, but the owners were finally satisfied, and the argument ended. Wow, that really scared me. As Taro wiped away the sweat, she saw that his face and clothes were both covered in soot. Soot? Scared you. It should have. Maho was no different. Some of her hair had been burned off, and the white lab coat had gone through all that trouble to get her turned pitch black. Explain what's going on. Where did that smoke come from? Probably the microwave. I picked it up from a dumpster, so it probably shorted out somewhere. Picked it up from where? What's wrong with you? Working on the greatest inventions in human history. You're using parts from a dumpster? Why? So microwaves are expensive. Can't believe you. Something about this. Use my credit card if you have to. Maho didn't have that much money, but this was no time to be cheap. It's a big help. Huh. Maho wiped her sweaty, soot-covered face with a towel. The white towel turned black immediately. I can't take this anymore. Turning on the air conditioner. It's not happening. If you use it at the same time as the phone wave, it'll trip the breaker. I told you, you can't use the air conditioner for more than an hour a day because it's so expensive. These working conditions were abysmal. Was Kurisu really able to create the time leap machine under these circumstances? Just thinking about it gave her even more respect for Kurisu. Fine, but I'd at least like to take a shower and get this soot out of my hair. Go ahead. Even think about peeking, I'll go straight to Suzuha, remember that. I wouldn't do that. For some reason, Ataru responded to Maho's warning by sighing and slumping his shoulders. Actually, I don't feel up to dealing with jokes like that right now. Maho hadn't meant it as a joke. She was extremely serious. Such a bad way that I'm not even playing H-games. We heard from Suzuha that the day she'd arrived in Japan, Ataru had screwed up bad on a date. It was true that Ataru was a lot quieter than his usual self. Yuri had even said that Daro not playing H-games must be an omen of some impending natural disaster. Either way, she didn't have time for this negativity, so she mostly ignored him and went to the shower room. Since Suzuha used to shower regularly, it was relatively clean. A good selection of body soap and shampoo. Suzuha told her she could use it as she liked. Sheesh, I'm spending Tambata covered in soot. That day was indeed Tanabata. Actually, Maho had been secretly looking forward to this day. She lived in America for so long she was interested in Japan's traditional summer holiday. Especially interested in the famous story of Orihime and Hikaboshi, the custom of writing down wishes and hanging them from bamboo. Since she was here, she sort of wanted to try writing down a wish too. She didn't want to bring it up herself because she didn't want anyone thinking of her as childish. Mayuri, Ferris, and the other girls seemed like they'd wanted to do something like that. Part of her heart hoped they'd invite her too. Quite Hersom wished to be spending the hot summer afternoon in the lab with Ataru, covered in soot. Thinking about that as she washed herself off when... Mahotan! Mahotan! You could hear Ataru calling from outside. What? Don't tell me you're really going to peek. I dare you to open that door even an inch. I'll cry. Now's not time for being cute. I just got word from Mayushi. Okarin might be coming here. What? Okabe? Maho's mind started to race. She'd been told that Okabe really came to the lab anymore. In fact, after he dropped her off here on the first day, he hadn't come by even once. That's why she felt safe going in and out of the lab, but... The phone wave. Make sure he doesn't find out what we're doing. Right, I know. Wait, I shouldn't even be here. I need to get back to Ferris's place and hide. Why? Guess I'm supposed to be in Okinawa. That's how she explained her visit to Okabe. We found out she was working on the phone wave with Ataru. There'd be trouble. Right. Okay, hurry up and come out. Han, how about you standing there? Oh, that's right. After she was sure Ataru was gone, she quickly washed the bubbles from the body soap off her body. Her long hair still wasn't dry, but there wasn't time for that. She wiped herself off with a towel, was about to leave the shower room, when she heard the door open. Hey, Daru. He was here already? She quickly shut the door to the shower room again. Then she looked down and saw that she was naked. Her clothes were lying on the floor past the door. There was no way she could get them without Okabe seeing her. Her only choice was to stay hidden, completely undressed, and wait for him to leave. Not again. This is really kinda nerve-wracking. Hey, Daru. Daru greeted me as I came inside the lab. He seemed to be in kind of a hurry. Oh, Okarin. I didn't see you coming by yourself very often anymore. The room smelled kind of like smoke. Someone must have been using the shower room because the smoky smell was mixed with the scent of soap. Whoever it was, it definitely wasn't Daru. His face and clothes were blackened with soot. I thought it might be Suzuha. The lights in the shower room were turned off. What are you doing, dude? You're black with soot. Oh, well. I got this microwave from the garbage dump, you know. I was warming up a lunch I got from the convenience store and it blew up. Blew up? Are you okay? Now, Mr. Braun got mad at me. Don't get him too riled up. I know what he'll kick you out. If he does that, he might be okay, but Suzuha will have nowhere to go. That's right. So, what are you doing here? Mayushi isn't here. I need to talk to you. Good news. I refute. I haven't said anything yet. If you've ever come to talk to me about has ever ended up being good news. Come on, just hear me out. Last night I went to dinner with Dr. Leskinen. We were talking about the exchange program. Oh, that again. I was keeping in touch with Dr. Leskinen. Of course, the professor knew that Maho was here in Japan. Yesterday he showed me a picture of her taken in Okinawa. I could see her standing in the surf with a black expression on her face. A friend or a family member must have taken it. Dr. Leskinen had been really nice to me. I talked to him a lot about going to Victor Condria. Of course, at a minimum, I needed to graduate my current school and pass the exchange exam for Victor Condria. Actually, was telling him about you. He was interested. Huh? In me? Victor Condria's got something called an information science lab. It brings together hackers from around the world, supposedly. Your talents? Do you think he'd fit in fine there? I'm inviting Daru to come to America with me, but he didn't seem that interested. He said things like, I can't imagine living away from the otaku mecca. No way am I living anywhere you can't get H-games and get anime figures. No, nothing would give excuses like that. Well, I am a super hacker. I'm sure I'd be fine, but... Not meet with him, at least. You've met him before. Busy now. You can make time for one day. Until Kamima's over, probably. We're a month away. Not happening for a while, okay? Give me a break, man. You're full of excuses. You really not want to go that badly? I sighed and sat down on the sofa. This room was hot as hell during the summer. Windows were open and the fans were running at full speed, but I was still sweating. But air conditioner, but evidently he wasn't using it. Noru, got any Dr. P? I don't know, maybe. I usually put some in the fridge. Got up and took a look in the fridge in the corner of the room. There's regular soda, no water, some sports drinks, a single Dr. P. As usual, the freezer was stuffed with juicy fried chicken number 1. Yuri really did buy a ton of this stuff. Wait, is there even more than usual? Maybe she brought some for Suzuha too? I'm going to grab a sports drink. Take any except the one that Suzuha already drank out of. Grabbed an unopened bottle and took a big gulp. Happened to take a look at the snack shelf next to the fridge. Mixed it with some instant noodles and snacks for 5 bunches of bananas. I already must have brought those too. Still, all that fried chicken, and now these bananas. Was she eating more than she had been? Yumi said that no matter how much she ate, she never got fat, but we bought this many bananas at once. They were all going to turn brown and squishy before she could eat them all. Does Mayuri really need all these bananas? Oh, it wasn't Mayushi who brought those, it was me. Oh. Haru quickly cut himself off. Turned toward him and he averted his gaze. He'd been acting really weird this whole time. Was he hiding something? But all these, when did you start liking bananas? Well, you know, it was Suzuha's idea. She told me to eat some every day because it's good for my diet. A diet like that before, come to think of it. Some celebrity had gone on TV and said she lost a bunch of weight on a banana diet, and the next day all the bananas in Japan disappeared from stores. My dad had tried to get it on the boom a little too late and bought a huge supply of bananas only to see it flare out and most of them rot on the shelves. I remembered that. Don't buy so many at once. They already changed color. Oh, whatever. I was hungry, so I decided to take one. Banana and peel the skin. Just don't go overboard with everything, okay? You're right, yeah. Finished the banana in 3 bites. Went to toss the peel in the banana in the burnable trash can. And then I noticed something strange. The can was filled with bananas. More than anybody could possibly eat. Over half the can was filled up with bananas. It wasn't just the skins. Some of them were unpeeled, but half rotten. The summer heat made them give off a nasty stench. I remember seeing something like this once before. We're making jalnanas again? Right. It was when I was living here a year ago, doing experiments every day. And then my mind flashed back to the contents of the fridge. That bizarre stockpile of juicy fried chicken. It couldn't be. I plunged my hand into the garbage can, not caring about the filth. Wait, Okarine! Daru was clearly uneasy, but I ignored him. I was right. Under the remains of the bananas, I saw tons of boxes of empty fried chicken. No matter how much Mayuri liked them or how much of a glutton Daru was, no one could voluntarily eat this much frozen fried chicken every day. I went deeper into the garbage can. Then I found something I didn't want to see. Hey, Daru. Well, what? Bananas and frozen fried chicken. This brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? Yeah? It must have been about a year ago we used to do all kinds of experiments like this. Wasted a lot, so Maya would get mad at us. She'd tell us not to waste food. That's right. I ended up having to eat the bananas that were warmed in the microwave to get rid of them. It tasted terrible. We're never able to eat these. What I pulled out of the garbage can was a green, gooey mass. It was a thick, disgusting liquid like you expect to see if you crushed a giant bug. The goo dripped out of my fingers and splattered onto the floor. It was what used to be a banana. We'd once called it gelnana. Oops. Daru put his hands to his head. Then he evidently gave up on hiding it. Whoops, I didn't expect you to find out so easily. I thought I could hide it a little more. I was actually going to tell you soon because I needed your help. Daru tossed me the towel. Evidently he'd already used it because it was covered in black soot. I decided to wipe the gelnana off my hands with it anyway. Daru went into the development room and started moving boxes and dust covers. Here, this is Unit 02. On the table appeared the horrible future gadget number 8, which I'd built, improved, and finally dismantled a year ago. Put it together again? I wasn't sure if I should call it Unit 02 or version 2. I don't care about the name. Are you serious? I can't believe you're saying that. It's to have a roundtable meeting and have a lot of fun picking names for the future gadgets. It's all dark history. Really? Daru was looking at the dust-covered future gadgets that were sitting on the shelf of the development room. There was something like fondness in his gaze. The hell was he acting like this? Did he think of that nightmare as some kind of happy, youthful memory? I was about to tell him to go screw himself, but held it in. You forget what I told you. This thing is dangerous. It's not something we should have. But I needed to make a time machine in the future, you know? Which means I need to research this as a first step, I think. Daru! He gave up and tried to hold it back. I got up in his face and yelled at him. I told you again and again and again and again, right? I told you what happened because of this thing. I told you what I went through. Mayuri was killed because we made this thing. Percy was sacrificed because we made this thing. Your daughter went back into the past and committed suicide because we made this thing. Have you forgotten? Do you want me to go over it again? Are you that stupid? Are you so dumb that you won't understand unless you experience it for yourself? You're the one who's being stupid, Okabe Rentaro. Sorry, hydration break. I suddenly heard an angry female voice behind me. I looked back and saw Maho glaring at me. What? Maho? Oh, legal loli for the win. What happened to your clothes? Wait, what are you doing here? Oh, I just couldn't sit there and listen. Don't stare at me, I'll sue. It's your fault for coming out like that. Hold on, I'll go get dressed. Maho quickly went back into the shower room and came out dressed a moment later. Excuse me, sorry about that. Have you been hiding here since I first arrived? Who cares about me? You faked that picture of you in Okinawa that you sent to Dr. Leskinen? Both the professor and I were completely taken in by that picture of her standing on that Okinawa beach. It seemed we'd both been tricked. It was well made enough that Daru must have been involved. So he didn't come to Japan to visit Okinawa. Yes, that's right.